Hello Internet, this is Alex does Sudoku again today, and I'm going to repeat today some New York Times Sudoku because I kind of noticed I got stuck in a really stupid way later on in the puzzle, and I wonder if I can do it cleaner with a better Sudoku app, basically. So yeah, so let's dive right in. So let's do some pencil markings in. So we've got twos up there, but there's nothing else. Threes over here and here, and we haven't got anything else going on. Fours, I've got a four down there, and a pair of fours there. So that four and that four, those locks a pair of fours over there. There's another pair of fours there, so that's sort of fours that I can do. Fives, I've got a pair of fives there, pair of fives there. Yep. Hold on a sec. Huh. No, it is correct. Yeah, I just wonder if I put in the puzzle wrong because I didn't remember there being a 5 there, but I think there is a 5. So this 6, what's interesting is that it locks this cell out on this column, so there are only 2 possible places for the 6. And in fact, when I looked at a triple, there's a 1 and 6 seeing into this cell. So 1 and 6 will have to go in there. So now I can do center notations, which I think will be great help. Now 3 is now locked over there, but doesn't review anything else. So let's move on. Let's stay on the 6s for a sec. Can we do any more pencil markings? No, we can't. But the 7s, we can lock a 7 down here. And these 2 7s locks a pair of 7s down here. These 2 7s lock a pair of 7s up there. And I think that's all the pencil markings. 8s, they go in there. Go in there. In here. I think that's it. So if I pencil marking those 8s, but now I've got another pair of 3 and 8 as a matching pair over here. So that in turn creates a triple. But what's interesting is I've got a 5 pencil marked in here. So if the 5s could go in either of these 2 cells, I would have pencil markings in there. The fact that I've pencil marked in a 5 with Snyder notations basically implies, because I'm quite strict, fairly strict in normal circumstances to only pencil marking a number in a cage when I pencil marked all of them in. So I know that there are no 5s in these 2 cells, so the 5 must be here. But another way of looking at it is, yeah, look at the triple here. Well, this cell can see a 5, that cell can see a 5, so that's another way of deducing that that's a 5. So now I'm left with a 1-6 pair there, which I'm going to do center pencil markings in along with. So basically, anytime you have a matching pair or matching triples, you pencil mark them in with center notations because you know those are the only candidates that can go in there. So essentially I'm telling myself, don't put anything else in here. These 2 cells don't accept any more pencil markings, basically. So with that out of the way, I think we're on 8, weren't we? So 8s, well, 8s are locked in those 2 cells as well, but I think that's all I can do because I've got 3 possible candidates there. So 9s, well, 9s are locked in those 2 cells, and I think that's it. So now let's revisit the board a little bit. We haven't got any weak areas, which is what I tend to tap into next by basically looking for any rows, columns, or cages with just 3 cells left. I suppose this cage has only 1, 3, and 6 left, but the 3 can't go in there. So that's a triple, so it is worth pencil marking in. And what's interesting is when you pencil mark them in, you see a 1, 3, and 6, and you notice that, so 1, 3, and 6 has to be kind of like within this column as well. So I've got my 1, 3, 6, and 8 in this column in 4 different cells. I'm looking for 4 numbers. I've got 4 numbers, but I've got 1, 3, and 6 there as well. So therefore, this can't be 1, 6, or 3, so it has to be an 8. So that unlocks another 8 over there. So now 8 are locked down here. So now we're left with a triple of 1, 3, and 6. But I can't have 1 or 6 in this cell because of the 1, 6 here. So actually this has to be a 3. And that has to be a 3. So now I'm left with just a pair of 1s and 6s. So let's pencil mark in the 1 and 6 up there as well. Or in fact, I might as well pencil mark in 1 and 6 in this cage because I've got 1, 2, and 6 locked in these 3 cells as a triple basically. So that's also creating a triple there. I mean, I've got a triple here in general anyway. So these are 5s, these are 8s, and the remaining number is the 9. So 9s are down here. So let's get rid of the corner pencil markings. So based on that, we know that that has to be a 5. And if that's the 5, then I've got another pair of 5s locked in there horizontally. But I think that's the end of the line. So this is where I think it'll be a lot easier to solve than this morning's puzzle, because with this app I can do, let's see, what am I looking for? On this row I've got a triple, which is 2, 7, and 9. Now you notice that I'm not going to delete the 7 and 9 in there because it kind of helps me see that if I delete that 7, then I know that's the other 7. Or if I place a 7 or 9 in there, I know that I've only got one candidate left within the same cage. Hope that makes sense. But basically, I'm doing the center pencil markings for the row, but since this triple doesn't belong in the same cage, I need to leave the corner pencil marking as well, just so I can use the other 7 and 9 later on, basically. Hope that makes sense. So now, if I continue on searching, what I did this morning was, I think the next interesting area is stumbling upon the 2, 7, and 9s being repeated in this cage. What happened was, I think I saw the 2, 7, and 9 in this row within the cage, so it made me look in this direction. But since these 3 cells are all taken up, I know the 2, 7, and 9 actually falls in these 4 cells, but those 2 cells have 4s in it. So essentially means these 2 cells have the 2, 7, and 9, and that kind of connects nicely with the 2, 7, 9 triple up there. So, oh, hang on. So with that in mind, so basically within this cage, I've only got 4 cells that are playable, and I know the 4 numbers are 2, 4, 7, and 9, and I know the 4s go in these 2 cells, so that leaves me 2, 7, and 9 in these 2 cells, and that's what pairs off with the 2, 7, 9 triple on this row. So that generates another triple, which means that can't be, that can't be a 7 anymore, so that unlocks another 7 for us. So now we've got to be careful, whilst we've got we've got the 2 7s pencil marked in here, they're center pencil markings, so I only look at corner notations to denote any pointing pairs. So this is not actually a pointed pair of 7s, because their center pencil marking just means those are the only numbers available within these 2 cells, and I'm basically saying these 2 cells are out of play within this column or within this cage, but it doesn't tell me that there's a pointed pair of 7s. In fact, these 3 cells are all 7s, so it's not a pointed pair, so I can't erase a 7 up there. So with that in mind, I can now pencil mark in another triple in this column, and I've got 1, 3, and 6 remaining in this column after the 2, 7, and 9s are ruled out. But what you'll find is there's a 3 over here, so that rules out the 3. And now, this is why I got lost this morning, because I had so many pencil markings, but at this stage I should have immediately spotted that, I've got center pencil marking for 1s and 6. So that means 1s and 6 are the only numbers within those 2 cells on row number 8. And that basically allows me to restrict what's available in this row now. So I can't have 1s or 6s in these 2 cells anymore. So How is that useful, I hear you ask? Well, for start, these two cells are ruled out. They're out of play because they have to be 1, 3 or 6. So now, if I look at this 9, well, it has to go in these two cells. So that's a pointed pair of 9s. So this pointed pair of 9s, I can now rule out the 9 in this cell. So this has to be an 8, and the 9 has to go down here. So now the 8 has unlocked over here as well, which unlocks the 3 and 8 over there. So where do we go from here? Now, I've only got 1 3 in this cage at the moment, but that doesn't mean that's the only available 3. In fact, if I look at the 3s, these two cells can both be 3s. So I'll do corner pencil markings over there just to notate that, I still don't know where the 3 is. I just know that in this cell, it can only be 1 3 or 6. And in fact, I've got another 1 3 and 6 here as well to form the 1 3 6 triple. So that's another cell ruled out. But that's not to say that I've got a 1 locked down here. I don't know how well I'm explaining this, but hopefully it makes some semblance of sense. So I've got 4 numbers left on this row. What are they? 4, 5, 9, and 4, 5, 9, and 2. So 2, 4, 5, and 9. Can I lock those down in any way? So no 5s can't go there. 9s can't go. No, yeah, 9s can't go here. 2. In fact, yeah, 2 9. So this is 4 and 5. This is 2. Oh yeah, this is 2, 4, and 9. So I'm looking for 2, 4, 5, and 9 in these 4 cells. And in this cell, I can see 2, 4, and 9. So this has to be a 5. And if that's a 5, then those have to be 5s as well. So that creates a matching pair because I've got 2 corner notations of 4s. That means that's a pair. So that's 4 and 5. What else can I do with the 5s? The 5s are also here, but this time it's corner notations because I haven't actually locked it down as just sole digits. So I think all the 5s are now pencil marked in. So that leaves me with 2, 4, and 9 in these cells. But obviously 2 can't go here because of this 2. So these are actually 2s and 9s. So I can get rid of the 9 now. So that means 4s have to go up here. So I think these are 1, 3, and 4s, these 2 cells, because I haven't got 1 yet. And the 1s can go anywhere. So I think we would do kind of that. I guess it's kind of like a quadruple. So I can pencil mark in 1s, 4s, and a 3 over there as well. So if I do this kind of notations, then I think I can take out the corner notations because now I've pencil marked in everything within this cage. So let's get rid of the corner pencil markings. Although I suppose I do have a pointer pair of 4s, so that can't be a 4 anymore. So I've just unlocked the 4 and 5 up here. And this 5 unlocks the 5 over here as well. So the 5s are done. So with 4s, I'm just locked in these 4 cells. So those 2 cells, they can be, well, that one can be a 7 and 9. And this one can only be a 9. So that's 4, 9. But I don't think there's any value in pencil marking those in. Let's look at these cells. I've got 1, 3, and 6. In these 3 cells, because I've got 1, 3, and 6 in here. And I've got 3 pencil markings. And I've got 3 cells available, providing that's correct pencil marking. I know that those are the 3 numbers. Well, I've got 1 and 3 up there, so this has to be a 6. And if that's a 6, then these 2s have to be 6s. And so this is now a 1, 3 pair because those are the only 2 digits left. So if those are 1s, then these have to be 1s as well. So I've got another quadruple, which is 2, 6, 7, and 9. 2, 6, 7, and 9. But I can't resolve them just yet. I also have another quadruple here. So maybe that's worth looking at. So this is 2. Is it the same? No. This is now 2, 3. Oh, in fact, can I pencil mark in the 3s? So I've got pointer pair of 3s there, along with that 3 locks a 3 up here. So this 3 should lock a pair of 3s down here, but I don't know. I can't assume that it's here because that cell can still be a 3. But this 3 also has the bonus effect of locking 1s and 7s in there, because those are the only numbers left in this column. So these are actually 2, 7, and 9 triple within this cage. Well, I've got 7 and 9 there, so 2 has to go here. And I think, yeah, I've just unlocked a 2 here. So 2 has to go here. So I've got kind of, yeah, the 2's tucked in there. So these are 7s and 9s. I've got a 7 down here. So 7 and 9 are resolvable. So now I've got two 9 pair. So that means these are 1, 3, 6, and 7. But 7 can't go in these cells, so 7 has to be up here. And closing in on the end now. So this is still 1, 3, and 6. I've got 3 there. So, still can't solve that yet. That's a bit irritating, but I can solve this cell, which is a 2, I believe. Yep. So this 2, what does this 2 do? Wow, this 2... no, it doesn't do what I thought it does, actually. So the 2's can still be in there. I've got another pair here, though. These are 6s and 9s. Okay. 6 and 9. I'm surprised I haven't actually unlocked this yet. Okay, this is another 1 or 6. And that matches with a 1, 6 pair there. So now I can't have 1 or 6 anymore in this column. So this can't be a 1. And these are now 3, 4, oh no, I've got 3, 4, 2, and 9. 2, 3, 4, and 9. So I've got 2, 4, and 9 over there. So this has to be a 3 then. In fact, yeah, could I have made that deduction here? Because I've got 1, 3, and 6 there. Oh no. 1, 3, and 6. Yeah, just the 1, 6 pair that unlocks the 3, basically. So, if that's a 3, finally, these 3s locks a 3 down there, because that 1, 6 is out of play. And this 3 resolves the 1 and 3 over there. And this one resolved the 1 and 6 over here. And this is now the only 6 left. 4, 1, because of the triple in these 3 cells. So now... I haven't locked down the 1 yet. I need to be careful. But the 1, 6 pair is resolved. So now the 6 is locked up here. And that is going to resolve all the 6s. So all the 6s are done. And all the 1s are done in these as well. 1 and 7. 9 is over there. 9, 9, 2, 7. So just kind of following the chain. Kind of untying all the... center notations, basically. And finally we've got a 4 over here, and that makes this a 2, and that solves today's hard New York Times Sudoku, which still took a fair bit of time, but I guess by being able to use center notations, I'm not as tangled up as normal, and that's really the weakness of using New York Times Sudoku, because you can't even do like shadings, which is probably something I would do, or some sort of like weird pencil marking to allow you to tell yourself that a particular cell is locked down as kind of center notations, basically. Those are the only candidates available for you. But yeah, I hope that's kind of interesting and useful. Don't think I'm going to do this very often, but I do feel like kind of if I realize I'm missing something in my videos, since I'm not editing them afterwards now, I'm not going to put kind of explanations in afterwards, so I just have to re-record the entire video. Anyway, enough waffling. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe, and I shall see you tomorrow with normal New York Times Sudokus again. Bye!